anything. Awesome. We love to see it. Ow. Ow. Double ow. Right, so nothing has changed out in this little chamber out here. I've done absolutely zilch. Excuse you, we are on camera. Rude. However, the inside has been greatly improved upon. So we did a little decorating to the outside. I really enjoyed using Skulk in this build, just because it's like, it's sparkly. Made these little patterns in the walls. Finally set up the shop. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot that got done since that last video. But we do have the shop set up. We have a really nice plugin for doing shops where the sign and the box of stuff that you're selling doesn't have to be like physically connected. Like our old plugin, the sign would be on the box, right? So it had to, wherever you placed your box for selling things, it had to have enough room around it to accommodate the sign. But with the new one, the sign and the box are disconnected, so it's like Bluetooth signs, basically. So I can do stuff like this, where it's like I have this box here, which is for this sign here, but then I also have a box literally in the floor with more stuff in it, and that's the one that's connected to this sign up here. So I'm really happy with that. Or like this one here, we have 3 different signs. I have 2 more chests in the floor. Just for, you know, to make it look nicer. And have less chests all over the place. So you can have these little like remote sign things going on. I could even hide all of the chests and just have a wall of signs. And you'd still be able to buy from them because you just buy by clicking on the sign. Not necessarily on the chest. So yes, we have the shop is set up. It works fine. Unfortunately, there is nobody online but me right now, so not a whole lot in the way of sales. I also put a little enchanting station up here where you can buy some lapis if you need it, or use the enchanting table. There's anvils, there's a grindstone, kind of just everything that you'd need if you were trying to put together some tools or some armor. And how do I get out of here? As for the actual trading hall itself, the trading hall is finished as far as I'm concerned structurally, and as far as having all of the villagers in it. I haven't... The bottom floor is fully decorated. I'd say the second floor is like 50% decorated, and the top floor is not decorated at all. By the time I got done with this and like started working my way up, I got tired of it. But that's okay. Down here is usually where people see the most anyway, because they spawn in. I think there's a what's the word? Player warp. There's a warp spot here. So when people want to come to the shop, they can just type in like PW Wooger's Den and it'll spawn them into here. So they're gonna only see this and this unless they go off on an adventure anyway. So I wasn't too bothered about it. But we have a head database, so we have all like these cool decorations and stuff we can use. We do have a plugin for making the item frames disappear. So I was able to put like just these little icons. I think I mentioned about it in the other video. So like this guy trades emeralds for books and ink sacs. Like that's how I can get emeralds from him. This guy just has... Oh no, he's got both. He's got both. This guy's got neither. This guy's only got ink sacs. This guy only takes books, etc., etc. So I pretty much decorated this whole bottom half. I added in these nice little, like, balconies to nowhere. They're completely just aesthetic. I mean, they do work. I can get into them from my second floor farm area, but they're, as far as being in here, they're completely just for show. We'll go in there later. I guess we could go back there now, because I did build the storage back here. I moved the colonel back here because he was consistently getting into trouble and getting into the villagers' house, the little like cubicles, and then he would be stuck, and then I'd have to break things to get him out. So that was not. Do I even have? Okay, I do have some stock. But yeah, so I didn't put a ton of stock in here. Mostly because, like I said, there's not a lot of us on the server, so we don't need a ton of overstock. I did install this thing here, which is a jukebox, basically, that runs on loop. Oh, there's nothing in there. Okay, so I have these 5 discs in here, and if I were to activate this lever for this piston, it would turn on the system, and it would basically loop those discs forever and ever. Which is great, fun, nice, except it's really loud, and I can hear it all the way up in the bass and sometimes even outside of the bass, and it gets annoying after you've heard the same 5 songs over and over and over again for hours. So I turned it off. But it is there, just in case anybody wants to be serenaded while they're buying their books. Yeah, we're playing Minecraft now! We're getting a tour of the base and updates. We have a trash bin, too. That way, if people are buying stuff and they don't have enough inventory, they can chuck things in the trash can, which is over here. Yeah, we have a rubbish bin. It's just a hopper, and there's a chain of hoppers all the way over to here. But we also have a little bit of farm space upstairs. I don't remember if these were here or not last time. I don't think they were. But I have a little, a very modest sugarcane farm that produces more, bamboo farm that produces way more bamboo than I thought it would. Which, I mean, is good. I use a lot of bamboo, but, it definitely produces a lot more than I thought it would. Woo. It goes there. It's a little... It's an overachiever. I was originally planning to put a 3rd level of it, and then it's like I realized how much was coming just from these 2, and needed to slow her down. Making things with redstone is your favorite thing to do? It is fun. I am absolute arse at redstone in general, but I do enjoy making these little things. Usually I'll watch tutorials. This one, I think I winged this one, but it was because I had made a different farm of a similar design from a tutorial, and then I just kind of modified it to fit the bamboo. Same with this one. This one keeps giving me issues, though. So this is the kelp farm, right? Which, in this one, it's using 3 observers. This is a modified... Oh, who did I find this one? Was it Kmond? I think it was a Kmond build. And his version, of course, works great. My version, not so much, because I was having an issue with the pistons. What was it? The pistons were deleting the water sources and turning it into, flowing water, not a water source. So then the online cure for that apparently was to put staircases that are waterlogged around it so that it refills after the pistons go, which works, except I started running into an issue of some of the kelp getting stuck in the staircase, like between hang on. There's the gap, right, between the excuse me? Hello? Between the staircase and the, glass block above it. There we go. I can speak English. I really can. It makes a lot, kind of. But then I tiled it up, which also worked fine. But then I noticed, for some reason, you can see I have this wonky block in the middle here. And that was because I was getting... Like, this is supposed to be... running water, right? From one corner, And then running water from another corner, which even you can see this is already source blocked over here for some reason. I could probably fix that. Maybe. Anyway, in the tutorial it didn't have this middle block here. But for some reason, like, it would work fine the way it was supposed to. Oh, you can, oh, wait, this is perfect. You could see that the blocks were getting stuck in there. Anyway, my flowing water was somehow updating into source blocks, which then doesn't flow the corners right, which even this one's still not flowing the corner right. Like, anything that comes over here is just gonna go whoop and get stuck here. Right? But if it gets over here, then it's fine, and it'll get pushed over to here. Kind of. Well, it's still not great. Still not the greatest. But it's better. Oh no, see now this one's flowing corner-wise. Why is this one not flowing corner-wise? I'm having so much issues with this water. Oh, because it's got two. That's why. Anyway, basically, nothing I do with this is working, and it keeps updating strangely. So I will have to probably try a different design. Okay, see, that is correct. There. I don't know if it's something about the pistons and the fact that I put the staircases that made it wonky. But it should work now. Yeah, kind of. It basically pushes me to here, and then this would drop down into here, which that's my hopper down there. And this one was, okay, see, this did the same thing. Oh, you know what it is? It's these bitches. Okay, I'm glad I saw that. So because I don't have an observer on every single one, it's allowing these things to turn the tops into source blocks. Alright, mystery solved. I'm just an idiot. I really hate working with water. I mean, I work with water a lot, but I hate working with water. It's always pain. But you can see here too. See these are doing it. They're stuck. Hello? Hello, let me in there. I guess it's not gonna let me down there. But you can see my blocks are stuck in the staircase underneath the glass, which doesn't really work for me with what we're doing. Did they all go down? Yeah, see, they're all down there, and then they come up. That time is fine. Yeah, source blocks is a pain. I mean, I know there's rhyme and reason to it, but I'm just so bad at it. Then I have a little exit here. Anyway, moving on. Good to know that the reason is because I was cheap on the redstone and I didn't put observers all the way across, so the things are updating the top blocks like they should not. I don't know if there's a way I can fix that without blocking it. You know, like still not using the observers, but I don't. I guess with that particular farm, you have to use the observers all the way across. Like with this one, I don't have to. Like if these grow all the way up to the top, it doesn't matter. Just once this one grows up, then they all get kaplumed. Oh, these are the little upstairs balconies that I was speaking of. Right? Absolutely useless function-wise, but they look nice. So there. But moving on up to the second floor, where we have more of our villagers for librarians. And as you can see, I did it down there too on all the signs. Tells me all of the different things that they offer, all the different trades that they have. Instead of having to run in here and go all the way around and read all of the little signs that are on them. Because I don't remember which ones are which, or which ones are on which floor. But as you can see, this one's not as decorated as the bottom floor. I mean, it has the ceiling lights, and it has some flowers. And it has these little emerald lamps. But that's about it. There's no skulk on the walls, there's no fancy little balcony things going on, there's no head database books on the floor or anything like that. It's just a bit plain, I guess. Like I said, I got started on it and then went and worked on something else. Again, every so often, because this has been such a huge project for me, I think I keep working on it in stages. So it's like I'll do a little bit, and then I'll leave and go work on a different project, and then I'll come back and do a little bit more when I get bored of that project, and then I'll just keep flip-flopping back and forth. Up here we have our stonemasons. Most colors available. Not all, but most. These guys have flower pots and these lamps in the middle, and that's it. That's all the decoration they get. Plus, I guess they can see this here, so that's the decoration. I don't know why. Why are you not growing? It's been weeks. Everybody else has grown. Why are you not grown? Oh, also the ceiling, right? The ceiling was not there. I think all of this was actually still stone, like really low, craggly stone. It wasn't even mined out. So I mined all this out so that it fit the circle and put in this nice fancy, very expensive ceiling, right? The fact that the center gold is reminiscent of a certain old man's jacket is for reasons. But it is a very expensive ceiling because that's all gold, emerald, quartz, sea lanterns, and skulk. Like I said, I really enjoyed using skulk in this build. Just because I like that it's sparkly. It's very sparkly. And as for whoops, wrong one. The most colors, these are all the colors that the stonemasons give. So I have them kind of lined up, so like these are the solid colors and then the glazed colors. So like I'm missing gray terracotta, I'm missing glazed pink, I'm missing regular brown, regular lime, what are these? I guess glazed light gray, and yellow, regular green, and then the white is just expanded down here. But yeah, so I mean, it's most colors. I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not too bad. I think if I were to make another trading hall for just stonemasons, I would then be a little more diligent about getting all the colors, but seeing as that's not the thing. Oh, I forgot I don't have a sword anymore. I lost it yesterday. Oh, look at you! A villager. And a child. We don't want the child. Go away. Thank you. Can you get in from there? I hope not. There we go. Yeah. These guys are still hanging out back here. They don't do much. So are these guys down here. They're just kind of chinchilling back here. This just goes down to the sugarcane farm and then outside, so no real need to go in there. Oh yeah, so we have our little signs telling us where we go. So if you go straight ahead, you got 6 clerics for those guys. If you go to the left down the stairs, you got the 3 toolsmiths and 3 weaponsmiths. And then if you want to exit to the sheep farm, that's also if you go straight downstairs. That's where the exit is for the door. The iron farm's spitting out iron, as it should be. Oops, not that one. Yeah, right on that hopper. There we go. Oh, that hopper's full too. Yo, okay, so we're already into this chest here. Okay. I use this little stone as kind of like every time I come here and go AFK, I put the stone in a new spot. That way I know whether or not the farm was working correctly while I was gone. Just sort of as a a way to keep track of whether it's working or not. Since it is, I think the iron farm is like directly over this side here, like over this back corner. It's very close. I did not plan that correctly. I don't know what's changed in here besides I took all of the chests and stuff out of here. This used to be my little storage room. Now I have an actual storage room upstairs. Should make a home in the deep dark. Yes, I actually did want to make a base in an ancient city. There is one nearby, but I don't have enough claim blocks for that. So that was kind of like my next project was once I got this base like fully claimed, because the way the let me try that again. The way claim blocks work is you have to be playing on the server, like actively playing, not just AFK. And then you get like X number of claim blocks per hour or something like that. I don't know what the exact numbers are. But as you can see in my little menu on the sidebar there, in the yellow one, it says claim blocks 892. Yeah, so I every time I get like 1,000 or so, I go out and I expand my claim, because this claim is massive. Here, I've got free cam now. So my claim currently, you see this little corner of torches? That's currently this corner. So I own everything that way. As you can see though, that means that I don't own the back part of this carrot field, technically. Nor do I have any protection on this bamboo farm, or anything in this cave or whatnot, even though I've lit it up. Technically, it's outside of my domain. This line of torches is wrong. It's actually a couple blocks over now, right? Yeah, you can see those torches there. So I think the real line is over here. I just haven't moved them over. It is a lot of land though, because I own from this corner right now. My main goal was trying to get this circular build here fully claimed all the way to the back of the circle. I think that's where I'll end it too, is like I'll claim far enough this way to have this building fully within my thingy. And then I'll go back to claiming more this ways, because I think I want to claim up to here, maybe. I don't really care about that. I want to claim up to here, I think, as far as like where I plan to build buildings and whatnot. I think that'll cover it. But I also own, so right from this corner here, my claim reaches all the way over this entire mountain, through this cherry biome, into, oh, it's not going to update. Anyway, this is like a little crater here, right? This little circle here. It's all the way into the corner of this crater, this part that's not, clearly not. Hello? 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 Nope. Woo. Okay, anyway. All the way over to here. So I own this back half here. I don't own all of the cherries, but I do own up to like, I want to say it's like right around here somewhere. So then it comes up over the mountain, and then, so basically everything around here is part of my claim. It's a ton of land. Oh hey, this is where I died 5 million times yesterday and lost my gear. Because I was trying to summon, we have this mining plugin, and I was trying to beat the mini bosses, but they like one-shot you, so it did not go well. That aside, what else do we got going on? Let me go back to my body. Right, so update-wise, I did a lot on the outside, mostly adding this sheep farm, right? So this sheep farm was made by the same person that designed the iron farm. I think it's Ajax? I might be not saying his name quite right. But he does aesthetic builds that for farms that it's like not the highest output, but they are aesthetic, so as long as you don't need like a crap ton of material, it's nice for building like villages and stuff. And even though they're not mine are not exactly the same though, because his are all like out of spruce and oak and whatnot, and they're more like cottagecore type builds. Whereas I obviously was going with the Asian theme, so I redesigned the roofs and completely changed the color palettes and whatnot. So they're inspired by, but it's not a direct copy. The neat thing though, even though this is probably like the slowest sheep farm in the world, if I don't know if I can do this fast enough. Maybe not. Alright, so it's running off of a clock here. This must be full. Yes, it is. It runs off a clock. I have an employee up here, right? We have Jeb, the multicolored sheep, right? Mr. Jeb is employee of the month. He does good work. I don't think I can run fast enough. You can hear it go clip, 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 right? And then he goes back around the top, and then he drops back in. So basically he goes on a nice little roller coaster ride, up a bubble elevator, and then back across the top. For his daily duties of shearing all of the sheep. I think I can actually come in here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he sits up here on top of this piston, or on top of this trapdoor. The clock, the bamboo clock, will move the trapdoor, so he'll drop down, comes through, activators, shear all the sheep, and then, oops, I'm not very good at controlling this thing, am I? Goes up the bubble elevator, out the door, and back to where he sits. It's cute. When I saw it, I knew immediately that I had to build it. Like I said, not very functional. It's super slow, since it's running off a clock and not off of each time a sheep eats. So like this guy's already got his fur back, but it's gonna be a while before he gets sheared. But it fits the aesthetic, right? It's all about the aesthetic. And it's a pretty good sized build. I mean, I was quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with this, how this one turned out. I still never did put a roof on my house, on the second part of the house, right? I made an upstairs, which I didn't show you guys yet, but I put the upstairs in and then just forgot to put the roof on. I did end up redoing the kill chamber here for the iron farm though, because it was oh, I remember. It was, like I said, the roof of the KFC bucket, the trade hall. You can see these lights here. This wall is the ceiling. This level here is the ceiling of the trade hall. So I had to move this little kill chamber up a couple blocks so that I could fit the sorting system underneath it, because it does have an item sorter in it. Yeah, I had to move this and redo this so that it could all fit. But yeah, these guys are still, of course you can't see them because I'm too far away, so they're not rendered in, but they do their jobs well. They spit out iron golems pretty consistently. Like I said, also not the fastest farm, but it is cute. I think this is the second time I've used this build. The first time being in a previous server. I'm trying to think, what else did I do since the last time we were here? Oh, yes. Spider farm, right? I think I mentioned there's a spider spawner literally right here. Like, this hole was open. This corner here was open to the air when I got here. And I was at this base for like weeks before I realized, oh hey, there's a spawner in there. So yeah, there's that. I did build the spawner in the kill chamber, but I built them down, whoops, under here. And I made it so that the farm can be turned on and off because I've got other farms that run, right, and that have to deal with the mob cap. So this area is all lit up. We've got our little kill chamber here that we work with and our, oops, and our chests. I don't come down here very often, but we do have a spider swiper. I'm gonna leave in there for now. But as you can see, I have lamps in here. There's one on this wall and then there's one on that wall. And that provides enough light to keep the spawner from activating. So then all I have to do is come over here and flick this switch and it turns the lights off and poof, we start getting spiders spawning. Which I don't want to kill them now, so I'm gonna just turn that off. I also don't have a sword, so I'm gonna have to use this one. Let me... Yeah, unfortunately, of all my gear I lost yesterday, the sword was the only thing I didn't have a replacement for. I can make one, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But yeah, so I made that. I think that was quite a while ago now. And we zoop back on up to the house and sleep real quick. I still have a bunch of junk in the front yard. Like, I mean, we have the cacti, we have, what are these called? Chorus fruit. Chorus trees? Are they a tree? It's a tree. Because I was making end rods. Of all things. I use a lot of end rods in the KFC bucket. As you can see, they're lining the walls here, all the way from top to bottom. So I did go fly around the end to collect some, but I also got very tired of doing that, so instead I just got blaze rods from a fellow player, and then got a bunch of chorus fruit, farmed up a bunch of chorus fruit, and made made end rods myself. Alright, we have, I think, one more farm? 2 more farms? But, I'll show you the upstairs first. This is the storage room. It has no roof, but it does have a little emergency escape pod into the KFC bucket. It also is littered with cats. Oh, I thought I had a different... Oh, here he is. Hubba Bubba and Epic Gamer Cat. I have an AFK pool where I can park myself and let myself just go round and round in circles. The lack of roof is killing. Look, I like I said, I start projects and then if I get bored or if I run into like a block with how I want to design it, I just like leave it and move on to something else. So that I can like creatively think of it and come back to it, or come back when I'm less burnt out. However, with the roof, I am apparently notoriously leaving this dirt roof here because, well, for one, I didn't know how. I stopped building it because I couldn't figure out how I wanted to design it so that it would match and look nicely with the roof of the first floor. But then also I didn't want to go collect more blackstone. And at the time, I didn't have a gold farm and a piglin trade hall. Which, I mean, I technically still don't have a piglin trading hall, but I do have piglins in boats that I can chuck things at. So, close enough. So, collecting blackstone was just a pain. And so I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. And so it's been months of having a stone, dirt, and snow roof. I'm not proud of it, but at the same time, it is what it is. Let's see. Oh, I also have my to-do list, right? Because we have to hello? We have to stay organized, right? And to keep track of the things that I want to do. So the things we've finished are the Iron Farm, the Villager Breeder, the Trade Hall, the Hoglin Farm, and the Gold Farm. Oh, we can actually change this now, because just this week, I finished the Slime Farm. So we can take Slime Farm off of the in progress one. See, Roof of Base is in progress. And we can add the Slime Farm to our completed list over here. I think I just finished that yesterday. We'll go look at that later on. At least the roofing has variety. Yeah, no, it's very, varied. We even have a little bit of iron. But right, so the things that are in progress are, of course, expanding my storage. I've put these here, but this is not all of it. The roof of the base, decorate the base, and decorate the KFC. So like I said, the base is not decorated. The KFC bucket is, floor 1 is decorated, floor 2 is half decorated, and floor 3 is not really decorated at all. So eventually I would like to finish decorating those out and then decorate the house, but I feel like I won't decorate the house until I put on the roof, and Lord only knows when that's going to happen. So those might be permanently in the in progress column. As far as the to-do list, I have a Skelly spawner somewhere down under the base. I think it's down under the breeder, actually. There's a Skelly farm way down there that I want to turn into a farm. I wanted to make an automatic crop farm, which is what that pink cylinder is out by the pond. That's the one that I was saying when I'm trying to get the whole thing within the claim line. That's going to be the crop farm. Along with that, I want to make a new sugarcane farm. I do have a sugarcane farm down below that's quite small, and it's been there. I think it was literally the first farm I built at this base, just so I could have some paper. So it needs some updates, and it needs to be moved. Or at least expanded on and made pretty. Because it's just pink glass and some torches right now. Expand terraces, which the terraces refer to the terraced farm fields outside. I did add the carrots, but that one, that side I want to extend further up towards the base. Right now it's like all kind of like smushed down on the one end. I do want it to expand closer to where the buildings are going to be. I'd like to build a bee farm. Somewhere at some point for some reason, just to have one. And then, of course, make some paths and roads and make it pretty. Do a new pyro farm. I'll show you what the pyro farm is in a second. And build the fishing dock. I mean, I kind of mapped out the dock where I want it to be, right? I put the bamboo, the bamboo planks. Or no, they are not planks. It's just bamboo wood. I kind of mapped it out over the water already. But it's not finished by a long shot. I want to make a fancier nether portal than the one that I have downstairs. I want to move it somewhere else on the property and make like a big fancy one. Piglin trade farm. Like I said, currently my piglins are all just sitting in boats with a dirt wall in front of them so they don't hurt me every time I open a chest. And that's my trade hall right now. So I wanted to have like an actual trade hall. Village market. I don't remember what that was. Oh, you know what? I think I was wanting to put, like, for outside, I don't want to have just farms on the property, right? I want to maybe put some, like, little shops outside. That was one idea for the village market. Or the other idea for the village market was, once I have all of the villagers that I need, and I don't need the breeder in that cave down here anymore, maybe take that out and then put like little, like a pop-up flea market kind of thing down there. I wasn't too sure how I wanted to do that. But a village market of some kind, either inside the cave or out in the front of the village. And then Halloween City, that was the Ancient City idea that I had. I wanted to claim the ancient city and turn it into like a Halloween spooky themed base. I wanted to redo Junglefish and build Shroomfish. Those are two of my fishing spots that I have teleports to. There's nothing wrong with them. They're Junglefish is a little smaller than I wanted it to be. It was the first build I made on the server, so my resources were limited. And Shroomfish is literally just a mushroom island that I have a sign that says Wuju's fishing spot. There is no build there. And Monument Sphere, right, so next to the Shroomfish fishing spot, it's a huge island, and on one side is, there's two monuments. There's one on one side of the island and one on the other side of the island. A friend has already built his, what do you call it, Guardian Farm on the one side, and then I was going to claim the one that's on the other side and use it for more of an aesthetic build and not necessarily a farm. But I wanted to build like a big dome over it and make like a biodome in the water. So like make the dome over the monument and then drain it out on the inside and then make it like a little underwater base. Or something like that. Ain't ever making a Guardian Farm ever again. It is rough, man. Like, I don't know why I continue to toy with the idea of making a Guardian Farm. Because I did it on the last server, and it looked amazing. I was quite happy with that base, actually. But, oh man, it was such a pain placing all that, getting rid of all of the water from inside it. Draining it was a pain. Even though I had a ton of sponge, I had like 2 stacks of sponge. No amount of sponge is enough. Okay, but like I was saying, I mentioned Pyrofarm. That one of the plugins that we have on the server is Pyro Farming, which has not so much to do with actual farming of like crops outside. I think later in the plugin it does have like some perks for that, but it's for custom farming items. So you can make these grow stations, which as you can see I can't break unless I crouch and break it. So you can make these little grow stations. I don't remember what the recipe is. I think it's a pot and some wheat seeds or something. But anyway, you can use the farm shop or farm menu. Farm menu. All right, here we go. So here's the plugins menu. You have your stats, which tracks your XP and your level and all that stuff. There's a farm shop, which is where you can sell your items that you grow. Farmer's market is where you buy the seeds and the bushes, right? And I didn't realize this until later on, because I'm not super familiar with this plugin. I'm still learning it too. You can see there at the bottom in yellow, not the click to buy, but the average 1.35 XP per minute. Each one will tell you how much XP per minute it makes. So at first I was going by by its grow time and price versus XP earned and stuff, but it literally already does the math for you. It took me way too long to figure that out. But anyway, so like right now, of the bushes that I have, the one with the best average is the raspberry bush. And currently, of all the seeds I have access to, the one with the highest average is the zucchini seed. So these are the raspberries. They're special bushes. You just mine them up with your hand or with any tool. And you can see they automatically go into your inventory. So you don't have to worry about like accidentally losing them or like the clear lag wiping them away. It won't do that. And you can also accidentally mine these up. They automatically go into your inventory. They don't break. And they don't lose their level either. So I don't know. Yeah, if I right click on it, it just tells me how much longer it has. The raspberry bushes take 3 hours. And then for these, you have your grow station stats and how much water you have left, information about the seeds that you're growing. And then these are like for upgrades that you can do for water, Elysium, which is a point system within the thing, growth upgrades, mutation upgrades, etc., etc. So you can claim your product, basically, your vegetables or your fruits or whatever you're growing here. So let me just go through and do that real quick. I quite like this plugin, especially because it's easy to make money from it. So for early game, it's a great way to get some cash. Alright, so you can go to shop, right? And then I can put both of these in there and hit sell. And you can see it says over here, if I exit out, it says you have sold 20 items for $1,250. So yes, like I said, good money, good, decent money. And it's fun. I enjoy doing it. Usually, I think the zucchini seeds, I'm in a good spot right now, timing-wise, because I think both the zucchini seeds and the bushes take about 3 hours. So if I do them all at the same time, market, they kind of are ready at the same time. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, hang on. I thought I'd clicked it 10 times. Farm market. Try that again. Alright, you saw nothing. Anyway, if I plant them all together, then it's easier to harvest it all at the same time, which is good for my brain. I think if they were all at different times, it would be a little annoying. And I would forget to come back and check to see if they're ready. But it does notify you, well, it doesn't notify you on the bushes, but it does notify you when your grow station has finished. So like it says you on the side, it has the little farming notification, you've planted a zucchini in this grow station. It will also pop up with a notification saying your zucchini is ready for harvest. So that part's nice too. I think of the Pyro plugins, this one and the fishing one are my two favorites. We have the mining one too, but the mining one is the one that killed me like 4 or 5 times yesterday. So we don't like that one. Lost all my gear. Alright, so to refill them, you just gotta sit here. This is the worst part, is filling these things with water. Hello? There we go. Filling them with water takes forever. I even have them already up to like level 8, so it takes less water than it would at the beginning. Like, I think in the beginning it took like 10 buckets of water per thing, which was absurd. But it does get better as long as you use your points. I'm not counting well here. As long as you use your points well to upgrade your grow stations, the watering gets better. And there's even, I think, as you advance through the plugin, there's more, like there's like a water golem that I think helps with the watering issue, and then you eventually can unlock the ability to, I think if you put them outside, whenever it rains, it will refill them for you. Didn't know about that plugin. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's been a lot of fun using the Pyro plugins. I think it's one of the things that I like most about this server. That and teleporting. We love being able to teleport. But the plugins make it a lot of fun. So the Pyro farming one is one of them. The other one is Pyro fishing. So when you fish on this server, you get custom fish. They look the same as normal fish, but they have custom names and stuff like that. And then you also have like a fish shop and stuff. Like if I go in here and type in fish menu. Yeah, so it pulls up the plugin. So you can see your stats. I'm only level 7 for some reason, because I don't fish enough anymore. But you have all these different things you can do. Like you can sell fish to the shop, you can weigh them in the scale thing to try and get more, you can save them in a fish bag, you can put augments, which are like custom enchantments, on your rod. There's a bait store, which is where you can Buying baits. I guess we don't have any baits in there right now. We get baits from the crate, like at the boat crate and whatnot, or the fishing crate. So I guess we don't necessarily have to buy them. But anyway, you can upgrade some skills. I currently have no points, but you can see like here, Luck of the Catch, I've upgraded to level 3 already. So it gives me 2.97% bonus entropy, which you use entropy when like adding an augment to your rod and stuff. Like the currency that it uses is entropy. So yeah, there's a ton of things that you can do with that, and that's also good money. So if you love to just sit in Minecraft and fish, you can totally entirely do that here and try to catch all the things. Because there's a huge list of the custom fish, and they're separated by biome too. So like there's a list of them that are in all the biomes, and then there's lists of them that are in each specific biome. I would know because I wrote them all down so that I could get easier access to them. That's how serious about fishing I was when I first joined. Alright, so we did the iron farm, we did the house, we've looked at the storage, we've done the KFC bucket, we've seen Jeb, we looked at the fishing area, and the plot of land. I think all that's left is for the main base. Oh, and we looked at the spider thing. I think for the main base, the only thing left has been my project of the past couple weeks, which is the slime farm. Now, this is not a conventional slime farm. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it doesn't look like it. I actually have slimes just floating around. Why is that? Oh, because it is extremely full. Okay, then. Hang on. Clearly it works well, but I would hope it works well because I have a triple slime chunk. So I have 3 slime chunks. 2 of them are together, and then one of them is like a chunk away. So I ended up making this weird L-shaped slime farm to accommodate these 3 slime chunks that I have. And that was the wrong button. Dang it. Put those back. I want these ones. And I guess I could... Maybe I can get these straight out of the hoppers. Yeah. Make that go by a little bit faster. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so I've got this weird triple slime chunk, and in theme, true to brand, same as my other farms, it is fancy for no reason. As in, like, I used expensive blocks to build it for no apparent reason. But yeah, so from the outside it just looks like this, but when you go down here, hop down to see the silliest slime farm. Right? So we'll hop down here. And as you can already see, the walls are made from slime. The walls are slime. The floors are dark oak. The lighting is all shroom lights. The floor here is iron. And the ceiling is a bamboo and dark prismarine. Not regular prismarine, not prismarine bricks. The expensive stuff. Dark prismarine. And then we've got these fancy chiseled blocks and all that jazz. So I'm gonna fly around here just because it's a little bit easier. We do have like 5 floors or so. It's typical standard slime farm construction as far as like you have the entire chunk mined out and it's 3-4 blocks tall or whatever, and they have line of sight to an iron golem, makes them come over here, they jump off the edge, down they go into the water stream, they die on the magma. They die on the magma again after splitting into multiple pieces. They die on the magma again after splitting into even smaller pieces. And then it gets pushed into this water stream, which goes somewhere... Oh, hello, sir. Yes, demonstrate. Perfect timing. Let us observe. Into the smaller medium chunks, and into the smallest chunks, and directly into slime balls. Which then... Oops, as I hit my microphone, my apologies. Goes through the little tunnel under here. There's a little water stream tunnel, goes over here, and then turns into here, and spits it into the water bubble, which brings it up to the little trapdoor contraption up top. Like Nickelodeon Studios. Yeah, it kind of does with all this green. So yeah, we've got several golems on both sides. So as you can see, this was the odd man out was this side right here, because on this side was an actual double chunk. So these two were side by side. We have our golems down the front here. I had to do some weird fence posting stuff because they were trying to jump from... Excuse me, let me in. They were trying to jump from here over onto this, but I wanted to keep my walkway so that I could go inside and keep working. So I just put the weird wall wall of fences. It doesn't seem to affect anything, so it's just it's a statement piece at this point, a functional statement piece. Same deal on this side. Magma into this water stream. This magma here flows into the same water stream, as you can see there, and then it has the one that goes over it, and then it spits into this side of the water column. So yeah, this is what I've been working on the most for the past couple weeks. This project has kept me entertained fairly well. Hello, sir. Are you working hard or hardly working? I do stay busy. I enjoy Minecraft for the monotony of, like, you log in, you pick a project to do, and granted you have all of the pieces and parts to do that project, you know, very easily 6 hours could pass by without even knowing it, which is dangerous, but also quite nice. I enjoy that aspect of the game. I don't remember... I showed you guys the Hoglin farm. I remember that much. But I don't think you guys saw the gold farm at that point. I'm trying to remember. Because I watched the VOD as well. But I don't know... Perhaps. I don't know if I showed you guys. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I had it built yet. All right, we're gonna do a little home piggies, right? Because I took you to the piggies one, but right next door is where I built my gold farm, and this gold farm is insane. It's just a normal standard. I can't remember if it's Nembom or if it's Kmond, but it's typical. It's standard. It's 1, 2, 3. It's only 4 levels, right? Only got 4 levels. I did make it out of prismarine because again, we're expensive here, right? We need to make things fancy. Yeah, you remember seeing hogs but no gold. Right, so the hog farm is right here. I built that pretty early on. But then I eventually did make the gold farm. Where my biggest issue was I kept running into hopper limit issues, because we do have I think our hopper limit's like 40 per chunk or something. So I had some issues there, but this is my piglin bartering station. Hello guys, how are you doing? I think we have Hoggart, Hogmean, and Hogatha, and then the other ones I didn't bother to name because I ran out of name tags at that point. But they're good. They're doing good. Please don't be angry at me. But yeah, no. So we built the gold farm. It does look intimidating from a distance, doesn't it? But it's just it's your standard gold farm. It's just not the circular one. I tend to build the square ones, not the circular ones. But it works a little too well, I would say. Mostly because there's not a lot of people on the server, so there's like no one in the nether when I'm in here. But also, it works well enough that I had an insane sorting system going on here. I have an overflow system just in case because it kept overflowing. I have that thing constantly ticking, dispensing the flesh because I'm only saving the gold. And for the first time ever in my entire life, I had to build a shulker loader. I've never built a shulker loader before because I never had a farm that produced enough to need to build a shulker loader. But here we are. As you can see, there is already a crap ton of shulkers full of nuggets. Just all of these are full of nuggets. And it's a bit ridiculous. I really, really, really hope we get the auto crafter with the update. Like, I hope we are able to update our plugins fast enough that we can, like, get the new update when it comes out, because, oh my god. Crafting all of these manually into ingots takes forever. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And then, typically, because, I mean, ingots take up a lot of space, and I don't have storage space here other than, like, the actual farm space, I usually end up putting them into blocks, which, as you can see, I've been building with them. But yeah, no, I have a box of blocks as well, because this gold farm is just stupidly good. But yeah, so hopefully we get the auto crafter, that way I can automate the crafting on this and then make it so that it feeds the ingots directly into a trade center for these guys. I think that's probably a long time coming, though. I don't mess with these guys too much lately. It's like, I built it, I enjoyed it, I used it, it made too much, and then I gave up and stopped using it. Because I had more gold than I knew what to do with. Aw, we even spawned a hoglin, look at that. Pork chops. Nice. Oh, we actually got a couple of them while we were up here. I'm pretty sure I cleared that out before I left. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for the tour. Let me see. Junglefish, lukewarmfish, nether roof, piggies, RSS. Okay, yeah. So I think I mentioned junglefish earlier on my list, on my to-do list, right? Yeah, this is junglefish. Let me sleep so you can actually see it. Yeah, no problem. I enjoy sharing Minecraft. So we have a Discord now, right? Guys, we all have a Discord now. So I'll try and post pictures and updates of what I'm building in the Discord. Yeah, this is my little junglefish fishing spot. This was my very first build in the server, as far as like an original structure, and not just taking over a village house. So this has been my fishing spot for quite a while. Cause this is a nice big. It was just an aesthetic hole in the ground type pond. So I was like, okay, I gotta build something here. I did do a lot. It's been a very productive couple of months on the server. Shroomfish. In contrast, though, this is what shroomfish looks like. That's it. That's it. Didn't build anything. I placed a sign with some torches. That was it. But this island is huge. You can see it on the map. That's a good sized shroom. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. What's a good sized mushroom island with a huge cave underneath? And, like I mentioned before, if you go over this way... Oh, I don't know if it'll go out far enough. Anyway, if you go over this way, in this corner over here, there's a monument that my friend has made a guardian farm out of. And then if you go this way off the island... it's not gonna let me do it. Fine, rockets. If you go this way... Yeah, there's a monument here that we haven't conquered yet. And then if you go this way in the opposite direction, off this end of the island, yeah, here's another monument. There was a monument until he destroyed it. He made his guardian farm over here. He did a different design than I usually do. Hello? What are you doing here, sir? Nothing useful. But anyway, as I was saying, he did a 4-column, 4 bubbles type one. I've never made one this way. Mine that I use is usually a... Oh, and it's huge on the inside too. 1, 2, 3. It's a 4x4. I usually just do a 2x2 hole with the very center, and then I do 2 big tanks on either side. That's the kind of guardian farms I'm used to making. So this one's interesting. And of course he used a lot of end stones to make it. But it's nice, and I have free reign to come in here and grab things when I need to, so that's also quite nice. Many thanks to Rye. Alright. But that's it. I think that's the end of the tour. Which we did for about an hour. That's pretty good. That was a nice long tour. Hopefully I will be able to finish a few more projects and then give you guys an update in a couple more weeks, or maybe sometime over the summer. But if not, then at some point I will probably be starting a new base. Maybe, sorta, kinda. Possibly. And I do want to do, I do still want to make YouTube videos, like episodes. But I'll save that for once I start a new fresh start. Because I think it'll be easier for me to keep myself, like, organized for the filming. But as for streaming, I will continue to stream for this little one and give you updates of the things and the projects. I'll eventually put a roof on here. I won't make promises, but I will strongly make attempts to make sure I put a roof on the second part of the house. Just maybe. Alright. I think we did good. Right? Right? Did you guys enjoy it? Yes? No? Yes? Thank you for watching, either way. I think we're gonna end our stream here for tonight. We've done our usual 2 hours or so. As always, thank you for tuning in and watching. And don't forget that we will be posting the VODs on the YouTube channel, also Wujuyo. And for anyone watching that isn't watching the stream live right now, see, we're gonna put this plug in here. You can feel free to join our Discord, and ooh, there goes Jeb. Join our Discord, check us out on Instagram, and tune in every Wednesday. Bye!